Hello, everyone. Welcome to the week here on Going Optimal. We have a new queue available to us, and it won in an 18-0 landslide among the early bird chat voting, and that is Throne of Eldraine Premier Draft. That means, of course, ranked, but more importantly, all human. Throne of Eldraine, I think, is the format that drove Wizards to really speed up when they offered human drafting on Arena. Now, it's possible they already had it all timelined out, and Eldraine came out and merely reinforced decisions they'd already made. That could be the case, but certainly when Eldraine hit, it fully exposed the weaknesses of the bot system as a main drafting system for Magic the Gathering Arena, and really made Eldraine not super fun to draft. Either there was the period in which the bots didn't care about the mill deck and it was mill or be milled. Seriously, it was just mill or be milled. And if you weren't doing that, you were kind of doing it wrong. People were so up in arms and done with that nonsense that Wizards adjusted the bots hard to make them really care about the about the mill deck, and then you couldn't get the mill deck at all. And then mono red rose up as kind of like the thing that the bots didn't care about, which of course is one of these problems with bots. No matter, as long as they're rigid, as long as they're going from some strict pick list that doesn't change until you update it again, the bot meta is never going to change much. It may change with some variables, personalities within the bots, but overall, if they're working from the same list of pick orders, they're just not going to change that much. And it was a real downer for limited Magic on Arena, right at a time where things were really down for constructed as well. Between this was the part of the Oko. Oko was dominating. Standard felt awful to people. So this was late last year, and things were pretty down. And Eldraine as a bot only limited offering really contributed to that. And so it makes sense that now that we have human drafting. So anyway, I think that problem with this set probably pushed up human drafting on the calendar. Again, maybe they already decided that, and it was just an example of why it was the right move. But I'm glad they're there, and I'm glad we're here. This is the first time we've drafted Eldraine against humans on Arena. We actually used mtgdraft.herokuapp.com to draft all human Eldraine before, and it was really fun. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Very much looking forward to giving this format its due with you all, given that we now get to participate with a bunch of humans instead of a bunch of bots. And if you want to participate in the Magic secondary market economy and you're not looking at Card Kingdom when you do, you're making a mistake. There should at least be on your radar to check. You're not always going to win your business with every single Magic purchase you want to make, but if you aren't at least checking with them when you have something you're looking for, I think you're doing it wrong. I would make sure you're checking and comparing, and the more you do that over time, the more you're going to see the value of Card Kingdom. They are excellent customer service folks, and their inventory is crazy. Their prices are great, and their buy list is the best in the biz. So please check them out on my behalf, and if you can do it with my affiliate link, that helps keep me on the air, which I would really appreciate. If you like this content, just give a little click on my Card Kingdom link, and the world keeps going around, okay? All right, let's check, see who's here. Jump in for 1,500 gems, get into my draft view, and let's see who's into Eldraine with us. Well, if it was 18-0 chat voting, I kind of expect this to fill up fairly reasonably quickly. There you go, a big chunk there. Friday's Gauntlet could be Eldraine. I think. Are they moving to? Is this Friday? When does Dominaria hit? Because they're doing this for Dominaria too, right? But be happy to draft this on Friday or Dominaria. All right. Well, in a best of three, so Revenge of Ravens is funny because it went up and down in pick rankings based on, because this was almost useless against mill decks, but very, very good against aggro decks. So Revenge is a reasonable place to start. What else do we like here? There's no hard removal. Forever Young has proven to be a important card in the format. Doom Foretold is cute, but not really a limited card. This is something you build around and constructed to make incredible. In limited, you can kind of do, you can build around it a little bit, but it's a little tough to build around. So we should really just start with Revenge and see where it goes from here. This Wintermoor Commander is interesting if that happens to wheel. Anyway, starting with the Ravens and seeing where it goes from there. And where is it going from here? We got, again, I'm like glancing for removal and not seeing it. We have a Secret Keeper. We could hedge ourselves into Mill. But Beanstalk Giant, probably just good enough here. I'm okay with a green-black. It's not the best in the format, but it's fine. Charming Prince is being called. I think Beanstalk Giant is better than Charming Prince. Prince has some tricky stuff going on that you can build around, and that's neat. But and also, if we could wheel Halberd or Tree Folk, that wouldn't suck. I'm going to take the Giant. Fervent Champ, another rare, but this is another one that's more for constructed than limited. Sir Conrad making it to us third is somewhat of a signal. This is one of the argument, in the Mythic Uncommon discussion of the format. This is often brought up as one of the top uncommons, and it's in one of our colors that we have already. So yeah, slam it. Charmed Sleep for some removal. Steelclaw Lance is really nice if you actually get the aggressive red-black Knight deck. This is stupid. Yeah, no green, so let's keep that in mind. I'm not married to this Giant at all, which is why I'm looking towards Lance, even possibly Tactician. The trouble with Tactician here is that it's... I don't remember white-black being much of a thing in the format. And I think I'd rather hedge on the Steelclaw or or just take the Charmed Sleep. Because I would play blue-black, and I think we hedge on the Lance. If aggro can be very good in the format, Conrad topping a black-red aggro deck is fine. And we'll see. Redcap Raiders, okay. Merchant, just okay to me. But, you could be fine. We could also take a Squire, but this doesn't really set us up to Lance. So if we take the Squire, we're basically, adding to drafting the hard way as we figure out just taking the best. Yeah, so looks like John, Foyle, and Norbert are all leaning where I was, which is like, well, this doesn't match anything we're doing, but good white has been passed, and this is a fine card. None of this stuff is so incredible. Like, there's no knights here. If there was a red knight, I would probably go to it for the Lance, but there's not even, none of these are knights. So let's just take that and see. And now we have another Steelclaw Lance, and there's a Rimrock Knight, which is great. But I think what we do is take the other Steelclaw and try to go and just force this now. Like, 2 Lances is quite good. Ganmore likes Rimrock over second Lance. I hear you, but I'm still, like, I think Lance number 2 is still where we want to be if we end up, doing this thing. I hear you, though. Rimrock is so good. Rimrock is the payoff we want for this, and Lost Legion is there, too. Let's take the second Steelclaw, and all right. Joust, generally not great removal, but we are really going to move in here and really try to force the, not force, but really try to follow our Lances towards black and red Knights from here. And in that case, Joust will actually be good in this deck. Tempting Witch is somewhat tempting for this deck. I would play it as a finishing thing. It's not really where you want to be, though. Like, something's gone a little bit wrong if your red-black aggro is playing the Witch, but it does have some reach, so... Yeah, Lock Dragon is all well and good, but we don't have the heaviness for that. Forever Young to get back some of those Knights, or Fireborn. Maybe there's a world where we splash the Lances and are actually white-red Knights. Youthful Knight is a thing here. What do you think? I got 12 seconds, but I like a Forever Young. We don't need a bunch of them, though. But I guess I'll hedge Fireborn. Like, if we end up playing White Knights, then we're probably going to want the red-white knight anyway over that other one. Here we have a red knight at 1 that's playable. Fine. Yeah, Forever Young is great with Conrad. That's a good point. Take our Raiders and we can do worse, but we can also do better. Drawbridge, maybe Desperate, playable in aggro. Maybe it's even a little better than Desperate. Ooh, I almost took that when actually Noble was clearly correct here. This is actually nice, seeing a Noble second to last. Where are we? What are we doing? I guess we are Scorching and then hoping to train or break shields. Castle Lumbreth is somewhat of a free inclusion, which seems like, you know, it's nice when you can take a land, a playable land, but Dragonfire too good. Another Joust. Might wheel that. Probably just want the Swordmaster over the Reeve Soul. What do you think? I mean, we can take Reeve Soul, but we do have Joust and a Dragonfire, and we're a little low on Knights right now, given our Lance direction. It's possible we wheel this or whatever, and we're not wheeling a Reeve Soul. So this is about need more than power. In the abstract, of course, pack 1, pick 1, I'm taking a Reeve Soul. But we really want to make these Steel Claw Lances do something. And, you know, turning a 2-1 Lifelinker into a 4-3 Lifelinker doesn't suck. And I will play Joust. I will potentially play Joust. I mean, we have 1 Joust, and if we wheel the other, we'll think about it. Thank you for that, Raid. I missed it. Oh, James. Thank you, James. Welcome. Loading ready run, folks. Where you caught us right at the beginning of a draft. Early in pack 1, we took a Steel Claw Lance. Then we took a second Steel Claw Lance. Now we're really trying to make that pay. And we have 1 Fireborn Knight, but I still think we are trying to be red-black as a base. It's possible we end up red-white as a base, but I really want to play Sir Conrad. So I think we end up red-black Knights, and to that end, Trebuchet is excellent in a Knight deck for some reach, so we're going to take that. Maybe we wheel this Lost Legion. I'd be happy to play this Spirit Knight in this deck. Yeah, Legion I expect to wheel. Trebuchet's better, a lot better than Legion, in my opinion. And I'm going to try and do some wheeling here. We don't have any 7 Dwarves, and maybe Noble number 2 is better than Dwarf number 1 for our deck. Probably don't want to play either. I guess we could play Carriage. I've really fallen off of this one. I don't think it does that much in the... I thought this was fine at the beginning of the format, and then I just started to not care about it, and it felt like it wasn't doing much in the format. But that's where I'm at on it. I think I'm going to take... take the Noble. Yeah, upside, but I don't even want to play 6 Dwarves in this deck. Like, we're trying to be Knights anyway. So maybe I'm clinging to that a little too much here. Now, we could take a Tempting Witch for the deck and potentially play it. As I was saying, though, if you're running a Tempting Witch in a double Steel Claw Lance deck, maybe something has not gone great. Spinning Wheel is interesting. A little too pricey for us, though. Possible my... Oh, yeah, I'm a little low. I think I lowered the desktop audio. How did I do this? How's this? Check. Anyway. Oh, what did I accidentally take? There was nothing super important in that pack anyway, so I don't even care what we missed. I would like this Ogre Knight, but a second Trebuchet is more important to me. Jousting Dummy, also decent. We're pretty interested in anything that says Knight on it, like this Paladin here. No problem, get in here. A lot of good blue going late here. Outflank is decent. Possibility. I'm gonna leave it in the main, but I don't think we're playing that. We're definitely not playing this giant anymore. Here's our opening pack. Didn't this have a uncommon artifact destroying knight? I guess we take a Castle Embereth here, but there is another knight. Yeah, I guess we can take the castle. If this were a better knight, even if this were like a dummy, a jousting dummy, I would take a jousting dummy over castle at this point of the deck, but castle we can grab there over that specific knight, I think. We're running this crystal slipper. We have the equipment that we want. Reaper might be playable. Creature, Reaper. It's a decent sequence. I'm down on the merchant. Maybe I should be higher on it, but I found it to be too clunky for me to be happy with in these decks. But oh, this is an ugly opener. Not really much for us here at all. We're going to take a Forever Young over a Mythic. I mean, we could collection build with a Mythic. I can use my alt to see. We do have 4 of these. Looks like so. If we took this, we could get 40 gems. Oh yeah, Barrow Witches is on theme. Sure. Should we try that first? This might be more likely to wheel than Forever Young, though. Like, Barrow Witches is better for our deck, but more likely to wheel. That being said, I'm gonna take Forever Young. I think the Barrow Witches. You do? This is our first Forever Young. If we already had a Forever Young, I wouldn't take it there, but I think we got to take the first Forever Young in that spot. Here's another Barrow Witches. I'm going to, again, try and wheel them, and we're going to take the Rimrock. Rimrock's awesome. Here's some more Knights for us. This is good. I'm going to go with the Double Strike Knight over the rare White Knight. Yeah, Red White Knights could have been there. Maybe I held on to Conrad too much, and we should have just been Red White. But these Steel Claws so good. Another Noble. We can take Tournament Grounds. Trouble is, even in a dedicated Knight deck in Limited, this still has it still taps for colorless. Like, it only produces colored mana for like some tiny % of our spells. It could lead us to be able to play red, white, splash the black, though, on some level. I don't read a third Noble or a Fling or a Mine, so I'm going to take it, but I don't love it. Outlaw's Merriment says, sure you don't want to switch to white-red? I mean, the thing is, I don't think we do. Not like if this were red-white, I would be in. I don't know if I think we just want to barge in. It's a bomb, but are we give up so much to play that. I'll take it and we can talk about it since we're giving up a barge in, but I don't know if we're playing this. That's a heck of an ask at pack 3, pick 5. Trebuchet. You want to Casket because you think we're white? Since I don't even know if we're white yet, I'm going to take Trebuchet, though. Rimrockin' lets us stay heavy red and not have to pick here. Yeah, we might. I'm just going to keep taking red cards, though, when presented with options like that. Then you get, look, Order of Midnight? I mean, come on. Swordmaster was in the pack, but we're talking about not playing black. So you can understand why I would go for the red card over the Swordmaster when we're talking about potentially switching to white. Although I don't know about that now with this very, very late order. Here's a Merchant we could grab, which I like over the Theft and Best of 3 for sure. Barrage still comes back. There were people wanted, understandably, to take Barrage when we saw this the first time. Cottage, I don't think so. I'm going to take this Ritual, and we see what we want to do. And a Dwarven Mine. I think that that Order of Midnight said no to the white. $60. Nice. That. No, we didn't even get any of those Barrow Witches. But we got something better. We got a Order of Midnight. White's not good enough. The red black got there in the end with these, especially the late order. Definitely cutting that. Yeah, the opportunity cost for specking on the Merriment was a pump spell. It's a good one. It's a really good spell for this deck, but if we ended up playing this, it would have been absolutely worth it. Do we want Ravens? Probably not, which is funny because it was our pack one, pick one. It's not the worst, though. It's still... It can get to a point where you get some early damage in, drop this, and then they can't win. Yeah, we can cut Thrill for sure. Let's cut the more obvious stuff first. Like, I don't think we want to Drawbridge. It's okay in aggro, but not amazing, even though that's kind of its job. And then we cut a Thrill, and then boom. Now it's like we don't have that much room to cut anything else. This is effectively a 4, a couple of 5s, 16 land, best of 1. Fiddle says 17. Is it because of what makes you want 17? Conrad activations. We don't have a lot of mana sinks is my thing. Or maybe I'm missing them. Yeah, I'm with you. This was in case we splashed white. We're not splashing, so good call. We don't need that. As I've said, this is not really a good land, even in your dedicated 2-color night decks in limited. And let's go to here, and actually it doesn't matter yet because I'm going to figure out. I think it was Tron that took lands today. And here's for Buckeye. See, like I missed it when you asked for it, Buckeye, but now I have this sweet tool that lets me go like this. And what do you want on basic lands there, Tron? Oh yeah, I don't think I have many from Jump. Oh, we do have red though, I think. I don't know if we have black. I don't think I have black though. Let's take a look. Got the red one, but not the black one. Which one was that, Razor? Throne it is. Oh, you wanted to choose from among the Eldraines? Surely that's pretty enough. Our knight count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lower than I want, but I'm still running these. 8. 8 crazy knights. We'll nod to Adam Sandler. Hey, Trex. T-Rex. I like Trex. Joke. Eldraine! Woo! Excited. See how good the world is at this. See how good we are at this. That is not the finest looking start ever. Do we keep it? I think I made the Lancelot joke with our double Lance deck before, though. I think, unfortunately, that's a re-joke. This one's close. Yeah, it looks like there's some mixed messages out there in chat. Some moles, some keeps. Fenner says, why mull this? No, it doesn't have anything to do on 2, and we're multiple draws away from doing from casting the Conrad. And these are bad. These are not great. Oppo going first does give us a couple draws to find something before this, but I am actually going to mulligan. I would like both my colors and something to do on 2. Well, got the both my well, there's something to do on 2, so I guess I did technically get there. I'm going to get rid of the Raiders, I think. Yeah, Merchant for Digging. You think his hand is worse? I disagree. His hand is better. Pitch the barrage, haggle away the Raiders. Well, we can do it either way, right? I think on average we were likely to find a better hand. Of course I do. That's why I clicked the mulligan button. But it was close. It was very close. And I certainly don't know for 100% that I was right. That was my choice. I could use the looting right now. But I kind of like our hand, and I want more information before I decide anything. I might just hard cast that. Razor would rather this be a dummy right now. I'd say let's see how you feel about that by the end of the game. I bet Dummy gets quickly outclassed on this board, and Trebuchet becomes a must-kill for Oppo in a way that Dummy would not have been. Go Merchant, but let's just start with the Pingin. A 4-3 attacking on turn 3, yeah. But, again, let's see where we are at the end. Maybe my mic is on the wrong one. Let's see. My daughter was using my PC for something else over the weekend, but she wasn't on my account, so I don't know what's going on with the mic. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna try muting, and you just tell me and see if the like whatever sounds weird it's just purely mic based. I mean, I'm sure it is. So it's game sound that's messed up, huh? Well, let's, now we need to... Ravens is not going to be fast enough against this Deathless Knight. So, I think we haggle away the Ravens, not the second Lance. Yeah, well... Crank. Hello, check. I mean, my mic mixer is showing it pretty... anyway, I'm going to go... discard the Raven. Ah, that's a bummer. I was really hoping we would find another land there. I would certainly think that a second Lance will be more effective in this game than this Ravens would be, given the pressure we're already under. I mean, yeah, what's Raven going to do against what we're facing here? Yeah, I can just put that down. But I guess I like Ambient more than the other stuff anyway, but let's see how that does. Well, let's see. We think I can play the red cap, and if this can survive, if we can survive and this can survive, we can double equip and then have a good blocker. Yeah, Oppo's deck is no joke. The ranked mythic player, so also Oppo no joke. Cardboard Live is open on my side. Oh, it says loading. Maybe I need to reload. Hold on. For once, I actually had Cardboard Live open and assumed it was fine, but it was grinding there, so we'll try that. All right, CBL should be up. Now it's time to chump with the Trebuchet and hope that a 5-power double striker is going to be enough to hold this off. Kind of feel like we're still in huge trouble, but at least we have a plan. Great card. Love to build around this one. Trail of Crumbs. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this. I mean, I'm playing the cards I have and doing the things I can do, but kind of just waiting to lose here. I think we're very unlikely to win this. Can't really think of how we get there, honestly. I mean, we get there if everything they draw is lands for a while, basically, right? Even then, they get a Tree Folk out of it eventually. Yeah, lands for everyone, please. Lands all around. Avalanche time. Rain this battlefield with lands. What do you mean, Rob? I've got 3 lands in my deck. And this is where they have a pump spell and we scoop. Yeah, there's no way, like, right? I mean, we can't play around anything, so we're blocking, but this is where we lose. What? Well, at least it died. I won't scoop yet. Right. Take a moment to play a trebuchet even, since they are... Well, I guess they could equip an attack, but we could handle that. What's going on here? Although this has haste, so this is going to get us. What we really need is another double striker, but we don't really have it. I guess if we get something to 5 toughness, that also works. So that we just need to play a hard... All this can't block, right? So we need something that blocks at 5 toughness. And I guess Trebuchet does that, right? We put a Trebuchet down, lance it up, and then it can technically block. Although the second they put a halberd on it, we're done. Knight equip doesn't give us what we need in terms of blocks. So yeah, I'm going to go Trebuchet, and then we have Desperation, equip it up to at least have a 2/5. And a 2/5, or a 3/5. Technically a 3/5 can block a Deathless Knight. Not yet. Yeah, 37-3 not working out, even though we got our 3. Like it worked out exactly as we thought. We got our 3 lands, but somehow it's not been enough. I know Buckeye, but what can I play around, right? I don't know. At least I can here's, for example, if we drew a land, we could put the lance on and then rimrock the brim, we could have done something. As it is, yeah, we can scoop now. There's no winning here. I try not to early scoop, but I don't think that was an early scoop. I think...
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
No. We're trying to equip those things on knights, which equip for 1 mana. I'm not going to panic because of that loss. We're going to give it another try. That's the thing, Bargain. We may have been able to technically not be a lot dead at our next turn, but I don't know where we go from there. This is a fine keep, although I may even merchant away 5, like merchant away the barrage, looking for a 3rd land. But let's, with Oppo going first, we can decide after we see what they do. Good for us to see a 3rd land. So now we see we have a 3rd land, and we can watch what Oppo does and decide if this Ravens is good. Well, with Improbable Alliance, Ravens is going to be amazing, so we're not going to get rid of that. I am going to merchant away the Searing Barrage here, most likely. I guess I have to decide, yeah. Swordmaster. I'm in for that. We'll play the Swordmaster now, and then next turn have the possibility of Lance equip, with them not seeing it coming. So we have a Swordmaster, Lance equip the Swordmaster, then drop Revenge. Yeah, all we need is to resolve this Revenge, and then I think we're in fine shape. To the point that, though, if they leave up double blue and don't cast anything, we're going to do something else next turn. The castle. prescient chump, because Oppo's going to want to start chumping with 1/1s pretty soon. Yeah, if they leave all that mana up, we can just drop the merchant. Thank you for the sub. Well, the mana is up, but there is no double blue. Do we have counter spells I need to worry about in the format that are single blue? I can't remember any. I remember the cancel variant, and I can't remember anything else. Mystical Dispute. Yeah, and that's not going to... I guess that could get us, but it's just one... Yeah. They're going to run that? We play around Mystical Dispute. Good call. Thank you for helping me. I think it's probably not Mystical Dispute. I'm going to play as though it's not Mystical Dispute. Although, if we're saying we can't lose if we resolve the revenge, maybe we should do that. But yeah, let's attack. Ideally, they bounce our sword mat. Yeah, they do something here that that tips the hand, right? Talking it through, now we'll attack, and yeah, they're going to give us a clear path. I like it. Now it still could be. Now it couldn't even. Now it can't even be Mystical Dispute, which is great. So we have eliminated Mystical Dispute, and we get to land this and feel pretty darn good about our chances from here. I'm gonna go with another mountain for. We put it in the graveyard, so I guess it doesn't matter. But anyway, revenge. If they can do something to pump all their team, then they can overcome this revenge. But basically, this whole 1/1 army thing is entirely stopped by a revenge. Yeah, that's why I put it that extra mountain says we can activate the Embereth, but you know, of course, next turn we're going to be doing Conrad anyway. This might cause the scoop. Yeah, we do have the Knight that also has Adamant. One of our Adamant cards is graveyard already, but... Yeah, now we've got lands to loot with the Merchant. So, Conrad becomes a 7/6. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically they could trade for Conrad. I don't want to do that. So they get us on that front for now, but we're going to drop... Actually, I'll play the 6th land so that we can Merchant and activate Merchant. I think 6th land we're going to want anyway. And we'll hold on Lance Equip. There's no real need to do it. I guess we could threaten to block Sir Eleonora, but if Oppo wants to send Sir Eleonora, that's good for us. Equip for another barrage. If we equip, we can't use the Merchant. So I'm not going to equip. I guess maybe saving Sir Conrad is worth it. But certainly... Yeah, okay. We'll do Lance and Conrad activation instead of Merchant Veil this turn to give ourselves the most chance of keeping Conrad alive. I'm down with that. Merchant is not tapped, no. I always forget to zoom in on more cards for our YouTube friends who may like to pause the video and actually take a look at what some of these things are doing. Chat box doesn't always help, but you can mostly read the text there. Steel Gaze. I did restart CBL, so... Oh, did it go away again, though? No, let's see. Yeah, hopefully it is working. I did restart it. Let me know if I need to do more there. Right. Yeah, we'll go Noble. Let's see. Still no attacks with Sir Conrad yet. 22 to 23 on deck health. We do have a Forever Young somewhere if we don't mill. And yeah, I guess I will play out another swamp. Media says Noble doesn't do much, should have looted it. Maybe so. Maybe I'm just happy to get something that's not a land, you know? I'm going to play out another land, though, so that we can at least do the Conrad trick. And then I'll keep... Should be done from now, but I think it's worth it to keep the Conrad activations going and playing that land out. Because, again, Conrad becomes a fireball, too. So it's not like... I mean, Conrad's a mana sink, so I do want to loot extras, but extra land isn't a super negative as long as Conrad is active. Getting to a point where they could start attacking us here. They're going to have the flyers in the Griffin and the Dragon that can overcome the Ravens to make it worth attacking. Yeah, that's the other thing. We can Noble wearing a 4/4 Noble that threatens to be a 5/5 for a Merchant Veil also isn't the worst. You know, it's a creature can wear this, right? We got rid of one of their big payoff cards. Although, again, hard for any of their payoff cards to beat a Ravens. But these aren't really payoff cards. These are just good Magic cards there. Let's go... Let's loot away this land. We can play the Raiders, and we could follow with another mountain. We want to dump our hand and have 2 mana up again. We could also do the suit up and attack thing. What does that get us, though? Really, this is where Media, you know, yes, we could absolutely make this a 4/4 and attack, but with this endless line of chumps, it's not really how we're going to win. I think we get there on Conrad activations while Revenge keeps us from dying. So to that end, maybe I just pass and double activate Conrad. And at 20 to 19, we got a long way to go. I think we do just hold both of these and pass. Forget what things just inherently give all things +1 plus, you know, increased power of all your creatures in red and blue, but that's what I'm worried about. That's true. We can loot away Raiders to also trigger Conrad. Yeah, Ferocity of the Wilds is one that we passed, even. Even thinking of it. In any case, that would be a worry. They find Ferocity. We can rummage to try and find Forever Young. We can take some risks and know that they're ahead on deck health anyway, so we don't need Forever Young to not to win that race. I don't know why they're not attacking with the dragon. It is extra damage, right? I don't know. Maybe and it's a May on that ability. I'm going to double activate Conrad. We're going to gamble, try to miss our Forever Young, and know that if we hit the Forever Young, we understood the risk and decided that we didn't need Forever Young to stay ahead on deck health anyway. So. Hey, look at that. A Forever Young for us. So now with 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures in the yard, we can, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can also go at 8. So we can activate, we can Forever Young and have 6 activations. Rummage first. Why even rummage? Mill first. Oh, you mean Conrad first? Yeah, Conrad then mill. I wouldn't rummage, but milling ahead of Forever Young makes sense. We're at 0, so I'm kind of moving through here. Wow, look at that stuff we're milling. I'll take it. Yeah, that got him. Back in the win column. Feels good. Get some more. See if fiddles. Media legit worried about my ability to to order the creatures in a Forever Young situation at 0 hourglasses. Fortunately, activating Conrad 3 times gave me a little extra cushion. And also, I'll tell you, Media, I was ready to just like snap accept almost whatever it presented. I don't know if it has a full account. We opened 2 mythics and had 4x of both of those mythics, so if not there, we're awfully close. I think we are, though. I think we got there. This is fine. We can go Noble into Raiders, and then hopefully into something besides Order. But if we had to do, maybe at that point we get something that's dead back. But this is easy keep. How do I go from only having enough gems to do a quick draft to having enough gems to do premier draft? If you don't spend money, then you must grind gold, enter into events with gold that pay out gems as a prize, and win enough of those gem prizes to then finally play in your gem event. Yeah, you can also do gold. Yeah, you can save up your gold for those events too, because the Maybe I shouldn't do it for both halves of that, but it's a lovely little song. Given the well, we have a couple of raiders, but I like sending in here with a noble, make them block, and then rimrock. Ace of Swords wants me to turn on emotes. Right? They have paid. Rocking some rims. And following with the rimrock itself. That's a reasonable block, absolutely. They were thinking about it, though. They knew what might be there. We're just facing all the geese today, apparently. Turn 3 Oko feels great. The game's over, and you can move on with your life. It's the turn 12 Oko that turns the interesting game into into over that's frustrating. I spent all that time! Well, nothing to get back with order yet, but no reason to play Raiders pre-combat. So I'm going to just start by sending in our team. I'm kind of hoping they do something to have a combat trick and have the goose kill one of our attackers, and then we have order. Then we have alter fate into order, which would be fine. So, kind of hoping they have interaction here, and one of our creatures ends up dead. I don't think so, but I'll take it if so. We can go Raiders into Raiders and actually have something to pump the Raiders. Okay, Norbert. Answered you anyway. Waiting to hear what Oppo is doing. Not much to say here. I kind of got distracted by Robert's question just because just waiting to see what Oppo does here. We're trying to press our aggressive advantage and see what Oppo can put in the way. Having a 5th land here is interesting. This gives us, again, this ability to do what I'm going to do here. And actually, we have this now, so we get it no matter what. I think we send in both. If they block the noble, we should be willing to sack the rimrock to the noble, and then play another raiders. Then the next turn we can just do order and get some stuff back. I don't know if I want to, because we could just offer the rimrock straight up and not even bother sending the noble. But if I'm offering the rimrock, I'm saying I'm willing to trade it for the servant. So that's fine. I'm going to send both. Because I will spend this... Am I willing to spend 2 mana on this turn to take out the servant? And would I be willing to trade the rimrock for the servant? Yes, so let's do it. Go Raiders here, and then see what they got for us. What did they kill our dude with? Reef Soul, there we go. Now for that meme. This dude's big and scary. Nice to see that we can get a 5-er out of it, a 5-power defender eventually, we hope. Can't do it now, though. And trying to figure out which... We get Rimrock, then we can actually attack in. What about Rimrock and say, what you gonna do about it, Oppo? I'll trade one of these cards plus half of Rimrock to take out that Paladin for sure. So, making the offer. Telegraphed, of course, but again, do your worst. I'll make this trade. It's right on the table. And if they don't take it, what do? We probably just fire off the extra 2 damage anyway, and then cast the order. Try to get there in the air. So we're casting the Rimrock no matter what. Although if they do take the trade and the 5/5 is off the board, we would cast the Rimrock instead of the order. But since they're not doing that, we'll go ahead and take this extra damage and then play a flyer and try to get them from 10 to 0 before they can do the black-green thing and generate a lot of life. You know, they got the goose and everything. So we do have some work to do here. But also, if Paladin is attacking, we get to just crack back. So really, Paladin is scary, but currently I expect a 5/5 defender. In fact, if it starts to attack, that makes me scared, because it means somebody of this caliber has something back that they're looking to do. Reaper with Oppo on 2 cards. Yeah, let's take out their final 2. Although we could attack first and see if they wanted to. Like, this can't block. Got a lot of can't blocks. But yeah, let's just reap them. And then maybe the 4/5 flyer is enough in the end. Where's Hat? No attacks, though. Those of you who weren't watching in Eldraine's original incarnation on this system, exactly how good Reaper was an early question we debated on stream quite heavily, and I thought it was pretty good. Hat was pretty down on it, so then whenever I cast Reaper and it was any good, I always say, "Where's Hat?" As if you know, because when you have the microphone and get to cherry pick, you can win lots of arguments. Would love to kill this goose, and then if we can get this goose dead, they don't have anything else to kind of get us with. Little Trebuchet, Forever Young. We can only do this once. Yeah. Rimrock after Trebuchet on this turn won't produce extra damage. I'm going to potentially... Yeah, Bog Goose is great. We just want to find an answer to one of these 2. Yeah, Mountain Turk Castle activation lets order attack. Yeah, I'm thinking of cycling, and that's what I was thinking. Eagle is saying cycle and don't take anything. Cycle as in don't name any creatures, and I think that's correct. We do want to find another I want to find another mountain. Did not find it there, but puts us one closer to wherever the next mountain is. Ugh! That's awful. Giving Oppo extra food for this naughty is rough. We have some really good outs, though, to this situation. We just need to draw them. Come on, deck, help us out. Little piece of removal, and then we can do something here. Let's say we do draw a deal 3. Do we kill Goose or Naughty? Probably Naughty? The Goose sits there gaining 3 a turn, though. I don't know. Probably Naughty. I think we can overcome the Goose. What do you think? I think it doesn't matter, Ryan. You're never drawing what you need ever. Never punished indeed. Well, shoot. This is spinning the wrong direction. We really needed some answers to this Naughty Goose combo. And didn't find it. Guess we can throw that out. I mean, we gotta... This has to be cast. Not much you can do about that. I'm gonna... that. I know we miss our trigger there, but if we draw a land, we can cast Reaper, so I can't not play stuff here. Attacks. There are no sticks here. There's... I guess the Bognati might technically be on a stick, if you look at the art. Paladin maybe has a stick of some kind. Oh yeah, just keep killing all our stuff. One, just kill a creature every turn, and we're gonna be fine. I think if our opponent is just literally destroying one card of ours a turn for no cards of their own, we're gonna be fine. Yes! And finally cast this Reaper. Thank goodness it's a swamp, too. I wouldn't want to put a counter on this Paladin or anything. I got no attacks. Alright, throwing this down. Oh, I can't even pay it yet? What? Oh, I thought I had more mana. Oh, I do. There we go. Now I can pay it. I was like, what's wrong? I thought I counted right. I thought my math was okay. Shut up. I know how to play Magic. Yeah, I'm running it out there because it doesn't die instantly. But if they could make if they come up with something to make food here, they could make the rider make it block the rider and then finish it off with the naughty. Still not out of this somehow.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Watching our creatures get mowed down machine gun style, and we're not quite dead. Well, Drawing Dead can't figure out what to do. I guess we win. What? What? Akko actually had a spell instead? Well, somebody paid for dragon noises, so they get them. Oh, I thought that guy was 5. Whoops. Oh, I was thinking of the burn spell. I knew there was a 5-mana red adamant, and I was thinking of that burn spell. So then... send both. Make him worry about a double block needed. Or, you know, blocking both. Too bad I misspent that mana. Although we didn't have the red to do it all, so it's not like I would have been able to go Paladin, Rimrock, cast Rimrock. We needed 3 for that, so mana mistake aside, it wouldn't have actually mattered. Thank you for the host, Magic. Welcome. Anybody from that world? Probably dead Trebuchet here. Fun so far. Not having the best event results-wise right now, but having some fun. About to go 1-2 here, it looks like. Kind of close. Close to dead, but close is not 0. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Nantuko. Nantuko wants to know how we're winning, and I don't know anymore. A long time ago, this would have been useful. But I suppose the answer remains that if they're at land, couple lands on top, and distract them with a Rimrock for a turn, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to leave the mountain, though, because, I mean, if we draw another land next turn, we're dead anyway, so might as well make them think we got something. It kind of was. It wasn't enough hat, but it was amazing. Spider has identified our remaining out. FBI raid. I'll take a look at our land on top and then scoop. Yeah, I could have added activated castle scoop would also have been a nice line, Tron. Tron maybe had the better line there. All right, loser's bracket. Let's clean up. This deck is fine. It's not far from the best deck of the format that I've ever drafted or anything, but we're better than 1-2 here. You can hit it up in the... I don't know if you have channel points, but there's a way to pose questions in channel points. And then that'll get me to do a soapbox. I think without black, we got to send this back. Too bad. If this were a swamp and a mountain, I'd love this hand. But we can't do anything right now on 2, so... Keeping this, and... I'm going to send back the Raiders. It's not a knight, and I want to keep this one piece of removal we have. It's far off from being used. 2 lands and a 5-drop, but this is one of the cards that would have turned things around for us last game. We don't have a ton of removal, so I'm going to keep the expensive removal on that philosophy. We'll see how it plays out. Got some land, that's good. Do we play a Rimrock out onto this empty field? I think that unfortunately we do. I say unfortunately because also like there's a lot of things Oppo could do on 2 mana in blue to put up blockers for this, but don't see waiting, because if we pass on doing this now, next turn we're going like Trebuchet, then we're going Red Cap, and it just feels like this is really far away, so I'm going to play it now. All right. That's, of the things they could have played, not a bad one, because it's still a trade. So let's offer this trade, drop our Trebuchet, and then try to find some more land from here. Pat pointing out that our Discord is hopping and growing. That in mind. Great place to hang and get better at Magic. My heuristic is to lead with the Trebuchet in a Knight deck, but I honestly didn't explore whether or not Red Cap first might have been better. My default is just to always get the Trebuchets going ahead of the stream of Knights. Phew! Needed to see that. Sad we don't have a 5-2 instead of a 4-1, but still going to take the 4-1, or at least try. Offer up the Paladin for the Henge Walker, but leave Red Cap back. 1-2, double strike, not enough to attack here. But we'll continue to offer trades. Removal incoming. That's right, traded for the tiny instead. Alright, I've been through over 1 game with the emotes on, so now they're going back off. Shut up, dog. What's up, dog? Shut up, dog. Thank you, Megabita. Alright, Dragonfire is fine. We don't have the ability to cast either of these. I'm a little worried about this surviving our attempt, but I'm going to do this first and see. Yeah, I am thinking about that, Tron. I was thinking I would make a channel points redemption for music recommendations where I promise you the next time, like, I will take Rocket out for a walk in the afternoon and listen to your song and focus on it while I'm out walking the dog. You know, like, really pay attention to what you're recommending. Slaying fire on the trebuchet. And here's, you know, you're talking about why leading on the trebuchet over the red cap. I mean, trebuchet is real good, and it gets better early, and does become must kill for Oppo. It has such reach that it's like, geez, I can't block that thing, so now I have to kill it. We're going to come up with a time limit on said musical recommendations, but I don't know why you want me to listen to the Hamilton soundtrack. Well, the thing is, if you pick the right song, Tron, the album will follow because I'll actually like it, right? So we can barrage the Gadwick, but doesn't, now that it's gotten the value, I'm thinking we should just start on Conrad here. Get Conrad down while shields are down, and hope Oppo doesn't have a barrage of their own to kill Conrad. Well, turns out they do have a Searing Barrage to kill Conrad. Ours. Dang it! It's really stinky! I just want to win more than one game in this event. Our deck is decent. That's true. We do have red cap threatening. We can play that. We have a castle threatened. Let's see. It's a +1 though. 2/2 first strike still trades with Gadwick. And I think everything's just going to die here, and then we're going to lose to these 4 cards. I'm really bummed. Do I like ska? As a, like, there's not a bunch of ska, like, in my playlist, any, like, dedicated ska acts, but do I mean, I like Fishbone. I like, I could name bands that use elements of ska in their sound. Well, if we weren't dead before, we're dead now. A disappointing day on the results. I mean, our deck was nothing special. but we're slowly fading here, and I don't like our chances when we have to face our own Searing Barrage at some point. I mean, it's a mega 2-for-1. They took away our ability to kill something, added their ability to kill something, all for one card. That's really going to be the difference here. Then the recasting of Gadwick is just like, right. Kind of waiting to die here. I guess we'll just make him do it. But I don't, again, this has been a day of, how do we win here? I don't know. I don't even see a win. Like, it's just been pretty grim. No pun intended, Conrad. This is just such an FU from our deck today. This has been our day. All right. Magic does this to us sometimes. Not going to be too tilted. We just got rolled by some good decks. I think we got really... this is an excellent example of the... oops, sorry. I meant to do this.
Bring out Jadine!
Sorry, I was saying, though, this whole event and our experience with this deck in this event today, I think that one of the big takeaways is, yep, ranked matchmaking matters. We faced, we went 1-3. Sure, we had some rough luck in some spots here and there in our losses, but it's not like we lost to bad players with bad decks and got just super unlucky. We got a little bit unlucky, and then we faced good players with good decks, and they took advantage of that and crushed us in our 3 losses. And the nature of ranked play, it's pushing us, you know, we're above 50% around here. Ranked play is pushing us towards facing other 50% players. You can win 90% of your matches on average, but if you play against somebody else who also wins 90% of their matches on average, you two are going to be 50-50. And that's really the design of this system, is to use the ranking system to push players to be match made against each other as they go up in rank, and try to get everybody towards 50-50. If you can push people towards 50-50, then everybody's going to be paying. Everybody has the fun of winning. Because not like, on the one hand, this feels stinky for us because, hey, we're used to winning well above 50%. And it's a lot harder to do that when you're facing diamond after diamond after diamond. But it's the flip side is true as well. If you're a player working on your game and you're in the 30s in your win percentage and trying to move up, then you're really going to appreciate that Premier Draft and Quick Draft pair you against people in the gold and silver camps, because then you'll be better than 30% against those. So as a designer, I understand it. As a designer, I would support it. You know, if I were still on the Magic the Gathering Arena team, having ranked matchmaking is absolutely correct game design for retaining players, because you want people who are losing to win more. And generally, the people who are crushing are going to stick around in your game anyway. So pull them down a little bit, pull them down, and make them face each other. And then generally everybody's happier when Magic is against equal skill anyway. I thought that was really fun. And we didn't get the results we wanted, but we knew we were trying to win against top quality opponents that were going to bring good decks and good strategy. And in a sense, even though we went 1-3, that made it more fun for me. So there's that factor as well. It depends on sometimes what you're in it for. But yeah, the difficult nature of diamond drafting got us today as much as anything. So we'll take it, lick our wounds, and live to draft another day. See you, YouTube.